Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode, we took on Manchester United and we sadly couldn't get a win here as we lost to them 2-1 in what would be a important game, an important match, especially when we are in the title race to push, to really give that pressure on Manchester City. However, the good news is Manchester City did drop points. They lost to Fulham, but anyway, we have an opportunity in our hands. We do have the extra game. And we're actually up against the Wolverhampton Wanderers. And soonly enough, we're actually going to be versing them in the FA Cup final, which would actually be our last episode for the season. So this would actually be like basically an FA Cup or basically an FA Cup final rehearsal, I would say, because we're actually going to be taking on Wolves, but at Molineux Stadium. And our last match is going to be up against Everton, but this time at Emirates. So I really cannot wait to see how things go here, because it's going to be interesting and insane here, because the last two games for the Premier League season here for Arsenal, we got to win this because we're literally just 2 points behind Manchester City in what would be a pulsating title race, a very interesting title race. Especially we have to get this one, because if we really want to challenge the biggest clubs like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, AC Milan to Champions League glory. And yeah, because we're not going to stop here. We have to basically make sure that Arsenal are European champions, because the only trophy that Arsenal has won in European competition is the Cups Winner Cup. They have not won the Europa League, they've not won the Champions League, and they've never actually been in a Conference League. So by the time Conference League was started, Arsenal have actually been in a Europa League. They've actually been finishing in Europa League position. But at that time, if Conference League would have started way before, when Arsenal were at their disaster class, they would have actually had their first appearance in the Conference League. But I guess once a champion, always a champion. Once a top 4 club, always a top 4 club. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get to Molineux Stadium in what would be an important game, in which if we can overtake Manchester City, as it's Wolves taking on Arsenal. Alright guys, we're here to see Arsenal taking on Wolves at Molineux Stadium. So Wolves are actually a pretty surprising club. So yeah, Wolves look to improve against Arsenal, and yup, let's see what the next Premier League news. Yup, Arsenal's winning run ends after that Manchester United 2-1 victory. So as you can see right here, we actually have a game in hand. Manchester City got a draw to Fulham, so they won't be in action. Their last game is against West Ham United. So this is actually going to be a very interesting title race here. So, yep. But first, let's go to transfers. We're going to take a look at the squad later. We are obviously going to make some changes here, because I'm pretty sure I've actually taken a look at their players before in the previous episode. So yeah, let's go to a transfer hub, because I'm pretty sure the scouting is done. If it is done, well, it's not done yet. But look at the status. So I could actually delegate to buy, but we're definitely scouting, so we can actually take a look at their overall. I've obviously scouted Ian Maatsen, Udogi, and Tyrell Malacia for Manchester United, Spurs, and RB Leipzig. So yeah. So as you can go back to squad, we have to basically change their centre-backs. Gabriel is okay, but he's fatigued. Same with Saliba, Bukayo Saka, and Ben White. So we will be making some changes here if we will be challenging Manchester City to a title race. And yup, pre-match report. They have Guedes, they have Podence, Lemina, Gomez, Tete, Nelson Semedo, Dawson, Kilman, Pedresa, Josesa, and obviously the talented Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha is really talented, so definitely. But obviously their backup players is Matheus Nunes, Neuhaus, Hichan, Otto, Doherty, Bentley, and Fraser. So they're currently 10th place, looking to fight for European competition. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Chelsea will be playing in the Europa League, because I don't think they'll overtake Aston Villa at this stage, especially with the games that they have, they're remaining basically, and how many games are left. But anyway, we're going to make some changes here, so don't go anywhere, guys. Alright, guys, so I already made some changes here for these sides, especially for Arsenal, and yep. So we bought in Calafiori and Timber, the two inexperienced centre-backs for Gabriel and Saliba, the two best duo for Arsenal. Tobiyasu in for Ben White, Diogo Miranda for Bukayo Saka, and those are the changes we'll be making for these sides. Especially Diogo Miranda is really a talented Brazilian player, probably the next Ronaldinho here. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get to Molineux Stadium, where we are going to be challenging Wolves, which is obviously the Premier League. And a couple of weeks later, we will be challenging Wolves in the FA Cup. So basically, this is an FA Cup rehearsal, but we are going to give these centre-backs a chance. Calafiori and Timber a chance. Calafiori is actually doing well in real life. He always loves to score bangers. But right now, he's actually did score a goal, but he actually scored 2 goals in real life, especially one against Manchester City and the other one against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So obviously that in which two teams got their players sent off. Miles Lewis Kelly got sent off and João Gomez. But now this is an opportunity to see if Calafiori can actually do it again. But we don't know. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, we're going to be going to Molineux Stadium. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Alright guys, we got Gonzalo Guedes. I'm pretty sure Gonzalo Guedes have actually had a history with Arsenal. If you haven't noticed, pretty much. If you can actually see the details, the prescription of the striker and how he's good, I have a feeling he has history with Arsenal. But anyway, we're going to be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux Stadium in what will be a very interesting and a very important match, as this would decide our title race credentials. As you can see right here in the title race, we're 2 points behind Manchester City. If we get a win here, we actually overtake Manchester City here. And this is our only chance. This is like our last ticket to success, because Manchester City could easily beat West Ham United in the next game. So we gotta get a job done here. But anyway, even though I am not biased, I'm basically commentating here, but I am slightly biased in this one. Obviously, Wolves starting 11 is Jose Sa, Craig Dawson, Max Kilson, Kilman Nelson, Semedo, João Gomez, Matheus Cunha, who literally had 2 teams being approached. Obviously, Arsenal and Liverpool are like the closest team to actually get Matheus Cunha, but Arsenal are really not the team to actually get him. But let's see if we can actually sign him in real life, or in the game or so, basically. But Liverpool maybe will be signing Matheus Cunha, as he's a baller. But anyway, Arsenal starting 11, Aaron Ramsdale, Calafiori and Timber for Gabriel Saliba, Tobiyasu for Ben White, and Diogo Miranda for Bukayo Saka. Obviously, Cedric, Rob Holding will basically come into the bench. And I really cannot wait to see how things will be going here. Jose Sa is the keeper to watch. He's made a lot of saves, obviously. But let's see if Calafiori and Timber can get the job done. Obviously, Wolverhampton Wanderers will be kicking off. And if they do, this could actually be something like a reality test for Arsenal. It looks like they're not. But Arsenal really have to take that advantage here if they are starting first. They didn't capitalize when they did that against Manchester United. But let's see what Eduardo Camavinga can do. It's still Camavinga. So Arsenal really have to get this win here. If they do, they can overtake Manchester City. But if not, Manchester City might actually win the title. It looks like good tackle here from one of the Wolves defenders. Martinelli has it. It's actually play on here from Arsenal, as there was some interference from the Wolves defenders. This could be an opportunity for Arsenal to get a goal, and they do. Gabriel Martinelli, one of Arsenal's cult heroes, scores the goal for Arsenal to keep an important lead and score the important goal. Obviously, it was an assist, but you gotta credit right there. I'm not sure if this is actually from Miranda. If this is actually fair play from him. But yeah, Gabriel Martinelli might have actually scored one of the important and crucial goals against Wolves, which could actually put them, or put us actually, in front of Manchester City if we keep on like this. If the score stays like this. He's basically been Arsenal's cult hero. He was bit off at the first half of the season, but ever since that PSV madness, Gabriel Martinelli basically just lit up. But anyway, Wolves have an opportunity to score an equalizer, which they do. And it's Gonçalo Guedes who actually scored the equalizer with that wonderful volley. As I said earlier, Arsenal do tend to lose that possession. They really have to be familiar with that. If they draw, Manchester City still have the advantage. If not, if we lose this one, Manchester City have a 2-point lead. And this is actually similar. This is like a deja vu situation. Because they actually won against us by 2 points. Like basically beat us to the top spot by 2 points. But looks like Gonçalo Guedes got Wolves back into the game. So this was just basically a random positive blimp from Arsenal here. But what can Gabriel Jesus do? Gabriel Jesus just dribbled past one of the Wolves defenders and just scores. I actually got a mild cough right there, so I may not be 100% with my commentary here. But as you saw right there, Gabriel Jesus just actually dribbled past one of the defenders. I mean, is that Nelson Semedo? If Nelson Semedo would have actually gone past Gabriel Jesus, then they actually stood a chance in defending this one. Jose Sa could not save this one individually, as Gabriel Jesus is just too good. But now Arsenal retake their lead. And this is actually his 40th goal. This guy has been completely... He's phenomenal, outstanding. I have no words to say about this player. And obviously Gonçalo Guedes is back from injury. Oh, I think that's the reason why they've showed him. Because Gonçalo Guedes was actually injured in a few matches. And the reason why they showed him is not because of he had an Arsenal history, but because Gonçalo Guedes is back on field. But as you already saw, Kai Havertz just scored a goal. And now Arsenal are basically just running away from here. And it was an assist from Gabriel Jesus. Who else? Gabriel Jesus is not doing well in scoring. Not only doing well in scoring goals, but also doing well in assisting. And now Kai Havertz might have got a 2-goal lead for Arsenal.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Now Arsenal just basically have to do defensive work now. This is his 10th goal actually, just 29 matches. That's basically because he's subbed off. And he's mostly as a cab, so that's the reason why. But anyway, here's Martin Odegaard. He could actually stab the authorities on one of the Wolves defenders. And actually they do that. And is that Kai Havertz? It's Kai Havertz. I have nothing to say. Kai Havertz just literally scored a brace. This is basically an FA Cup rehearsal. An FA Cup final rehearsal. And it was an assist from Martin Odegaard. Jose Sa literally just embarrassed himself there. But yeah. Now Arsenal should at least ease off the pressure.
Goal for Arsenal, 29, Kai Havertz.
Alright, here's Matheus Cunha. But obviously that wonderful tackle here from Kamavinga. Takahiro Tomiyasu. With it, he fights Kamavinga. It's still Kamavinga. Still Kamavinga. Kamavinga fights Jesus. I think it's going to be another goal. He crosses this one. Martin Odegaard tried to score this one or take an attempt. But Jose Sa did manage to clear this one. And now Wolves are on a counter-attack. He finds Gonçalo Guedes, who did score a goal earlier. What can he do? But Calafiori makes a good tackle. But it's still with Gonçalo Guedes. Guedes fights João Gomes. Still João Gomes. João Gomes shoots, but Ramsdale makes a good save. This guy's doing pretty good, man. But anyway, Wolves have a corner. They could actually get a goal back here. So they got to do this here. They got to do well in defense. We could have literally seen Calafiori score a goal. But if only Arsenal have a corner, it is possible. Looks like Wolves get this one away. But Tobiasu heads this one to Calafiori and he clears it. Only for Wolves to get this one back. And Tete has a chance to get one goal for Wolves, which they do. So yeah. Tete has actually scored a comeback goal here for Wolves, if I would be correct. And it was actually a wonderful attacking interplay here from one of the Wolves players. Fouled Tete, and Tete managed to get Wolves back into the game. And it was pretty intense. I mean, Ramsdale was under pressure there, so yeah. Sorry guys, I'm really under the weather here, so I'm not sure if I can actually go all the way in commentating, but I'll try. I've been in this situation before, so this is nothing new. But anyway, Gabriel Jesus has it. He fights Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard could literally get a goal. He does. It's literally been Arsenal giving a big rout on Wolves. The captain. I have a feeling I really wanted to sim this game because this is literally, Arsenal are really just stamping the authorities on them. And it's kind of heartbreaking for Wolves defenders and Wolves supporters out there to see this happen, to see this madness happen. And it was actually a goal from Martin Odegaard. I have a feeling Arsenal are really the deal. They're really the real deal to actually challenge Manchester City to the title race. And this is Odegaard's 15th goal of the season. Well, not of the season, but of Premier League, I would say. Kai Havertz have to go all the way to defense and get this one away. Havertz fights Kamavinga, and now we're already in stoppage time. I'm really getting distracted by goals by not even noticing that there is a stoppage time in between. But anyway, here's Zinchenko. Still Zinchenko. Still Alexander Zinchenko. He doesn't have the pace, but he can still find players to really take advantage. But what a block here from Kilman. He doesn't have the pace, but he can use that space to find players. But obviously Kamavinga is going to be subbed off for Declan Rice. Declan Rice is basically the key integral part for Arsenal. What a signing Mikel Arteta's made. So, not surprised. Martinelli is the one to cross this one. And it's going to be half-time with Arsenal having a 3-goal comfortable lead on Wolves. 5-2 actually. And it was all thanks to Kai Havertz's brace, Odegaard, Martinelli, and obviously that's Diogo Miranda over there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that is Miranda because I've not seen like an NPC player actually having a beard or so. But we'll take a look at him and see if he actually has a beard. But anyway, let's take a look at the highlights. And obviously Kai Havertz, this guy's monumental, honestly. He's not scored all good goals, like he's not been that consistent, but he's giving everything. And obviously Wolves did get themselves back into the game with that Tete goal. But Martin Odegaard, if you can actually take a look at that replay, he did get that goal to re-establish that 3-goal advantage. Not a 3-0 lead, but a 3-goal advantage. But then Arsenal had opportunities. Zinchenko actually was the one to make an attempt, but Kilman actually intercepted that. So yeah. And as you can see right here, Crystal Palace having a 1-0 lead at against West Ham at halftime, and Aston Villa having a 1-0 lead against Bournemouth at halftime. So yeah. So we're going to be making changes here for second half. So don't go anywhere, guys, as second half will be coming up shortly right after this break. Alright guys, I already made some changes here for Arsenal, and Leandro Trossard is actually the player to come on for Martin Odegaard. He's done pretty well, so it's better to let Odegaard get subbed off. He's literally given everything to the team, scored that vital goal to re-establish that 3-goal advantage. So let him have a breather because he has to get prepared for that last game of the season. So, yeah, that Everton game. So, he has to be fully fresh. But that does mean Wolves have an opportunity here. And it's Matheus Cunha that have the chance to get one goal back for Wolves, but Ramsdale makes a good save. And Cunha gets subbed off for Nunes, and Nahius comes on for João Gomez. It looks like Wolves have a corner, but Arsenal clears this one away, but it's still with Wolves. They literally had the opportunity, but they squandered it. Here's Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz finds Gabriel Jesus. Wolves' last game is against Liverpool. So, and that's actually Jurgen Klopp's farewell season, I would say, his farewell game. And Declan Rice actually scores a vital goal. And speaking of farewell, this could actually be Saliba's last game for Arsenal, last Premier League game for Arsenal. So it's kind of fair for Saliba to actually be the captain for this one. Even though Odegaard is the captain. But we want Saliba to actually lift the trophy at his farewell season, since he is going to depart and join Liverpool. But Declan Rice did score this one, and now Arsenal are having a comfortable lead.
Arsenal, number 41, Declan Rice.
It's Nunes. Still Nunes. Nunes has an opportunity to get Wolves one goal back. Manages to dribble past the defenders, but he was cornered, and Tomiyasu gets this one away. Here's Podence. It's still Podence. Podence finds Pedraza. Pedraza finds Nunes. It's still Nunes. Nunes shoots. And it's basically like a consolation goal here for Wolves. High scoring affair, but a consolation goal here. Sometimes you get to see unpredictable scoreline, like 6-3, 7-2. I really wanted to change the difficulty, so we don't have to always see goals and goals all over the place. Even though it is tactical view surprising, should actually be a bit more like balanced, I would say. But I don't know why tactical view has allowed this, has allowed a match to have a free flowing game or so. But anyway, this is Nunes' 5th goal for Wolves. And now here's Miranda. This guy's running out of stamina here, so he might actually get subbed off. He found Trossard, and this could be a goal here for Leandro Trossard, and he scores. Does the BDI celebration. And are they requesting him to get subbed off? Well, it's actually Tomiyasu to get subbed off for Cedric. Now Arsenal are basically taking a bit of ease for their defenders, since Arsenal are having a 4-goal advantage. And it's Tomiyasu that comes off for Cedric.
Arsenal goal, number 19, Leandro Trossard.
This could really be an opportunity here for Arsenal to challenge Manchester City in the title race. But literally a lot of goals being scored in this match. I have no words to say here. And who's the player who scored? Miranda's going to be coming off. But yeah, it's Gonzalo Guedes that actually scores this brace. It's literally being like goal fest. After you scoring, I score this one. After him scoring, I score this one again. I don't know. It looks like Thiago Miranda is going to be subbed off for Emil Smith-Rowe. And yeah, he actually has that chin beard. So yeah. Now here's Declan Rice. And as you can see, Aston Villa has a 3-0 lead over Bournemouth. And it's Mehdi Taremi. This guy is unstoppable. Probably the next Marcus Rashford here for Aston Villa. Alright, I may actually take a bit of ease for my commentary. But if they've scored, you might already know who the player is. So Arsenal's next match is against Everton, which is going to be our last match day for the season. And obviously Jose Sa makes a good save. Wolves are really making double substitution. But a lot of goals being scored is... And Trossard tried to go for a bicycle kick. Imagine if that have gone in. That would have been monumental here. And Cedric with a good slight interception. Cedric. Still Cedric. Cedric finds Gabriel Jesus. Could literally score something, but I think that was a good nick on him. And Jose Sa collects it. And now we're into stoppage time. 4 minutes of added time, actually. Nohios has it. He finds Doherty. Still Doherty. And Doherty did actually score a goal. Wolves were actually now getting back, like getting goals. Like consistent goals, I would say. But it's kind of a bit too late for them. But that also means that Arsenal will be getting a win in this match, which puts them in front of Manchester City in the Premier League standings. Obviously, that goal from Doherty was actually the victim of Miles Lewis-Skelly here. Scored that goal. And now Wolves might actually like play for pride here. Wonderful tackle here from Wolves, but it doesn't matter as Arsenal get a 2-goal win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. 7-5 in what was a high-score affair. And obviously the player to take the credit was Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz. But he got a credit to the rest of the team. They did pretty well. And especially setting up that goal for Gabriel Jesus. Masterclass. But 7-5 win for Arsenal at full time. Wolves were literally getting a free-flowing play, I would say. But it wasn't enough as Arsenal, they literally responded after that goal from Wolverhampton, after that goal from one of the Wolverhampton Wanderers, they literally responded. And then I think it was Guedes, and then Doherty scored the goal in the 90th minute. But it wasn't enough for Wolves to push Arsenal or pressure Arsenal, because Arsenal did that clinical performance here from Arsenal in the first half was enough to get a win against Wolves. And as you can see in the final scores, Crystal Palace actually bottled their lead 2-2 and Aston Villa get a 3-1 lead over Bournemouth.
We'd like to ask you some questions about the match.
And obviously Mikel Arteta is going to be very happy about this. So yeah, what will be his words? A great win and a great performance from Havertz. Obviously kept a good team display. So yeah, Havertz's performance and his goals were credited the team. Looking at form and looking at the table, Arsenal were always favourites against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Was that the kind of straightforward win you were expecting? Sometimes you just have to be ready to scrap, to work, make runs, battle for headers. You wear down the opposition. That's what happened today. The boys put a lot of hard graft, and I'm pleased we got the goals we needed. That's twice you've beaten Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do you think you've proved you've got better players, or is it just that you worked out a way to play against them now? I have a lot of respect for Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course, so we always think carefully about how to set up against them. But once the game kicks off, it's all about the
Thank you
players.
for answering the questions.
And we were stronger and there was no turning back. Especially here for Arsenal, as they got the job done against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And our last game is against Everton at the Emirates. And then the game after that is going to be an FA Cup final. And we'll be actually going to be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers again. Obviously, Kamavinga's the assist leader, so yep, fair play. But looks like now it's all tied. We're going to be going to the final day of the season, final day of the Premier League season. And looks like Crystal Palace might actually bottle the chances to get out of relegation, because Nottingham Forest are going to be up against. They're going to be up against Burnley, which they can actually easily beat. And Crystal Palace are up against Aston Villa, so they're going to be relegated. And Luton Town are actually going to be in the Premier League. So in real life, it was actually Burnley and Sheffield United, but now Luton Town won't be relegated this time, as they'll be getting another season here. And will Chelsea get European competition? Well, sort of. But Aston Villa will be getting Champions League. Same with Manchester United, Man City, and of course Arsenal. Our next game is against Everton in what will be a classic game and what will be a battle for the title, a battle for the Premier League title. And Arsenal really have to get the win here, because if they can be champions, they have to beat those teams. Big six teams, especially Everton, who are pretty good and decent. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this one, and we'll be back for our next episode. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, we got a big statement, a good win against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which is also an FA Cup final rehearsal, because in the next, not the next episode, but the episode after that, is going to be the FA Cup final, and we're actually going to be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers, who actually did the fairy tale run, made a fairy tale run. So I really cannot wait to see how things will be going from here. But we actually did pretty well on attack and defense. We were so clinical, and that's how we got the job done. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next episode, we're actually going to be taking on Everton, which is obviously our last game of the season. I really cannot wait to see if this is an opportunity for Arsenal to get a win and be ready for the title here. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And this is what I really wanted to expect from you, getting subscribers, decent subscribers, because our goal is to reach 100 subscribers. And with your help, I could actually be more motivated enough and make some good content. But anyway, please make sure to like and subscribe. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.